Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifting, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today I'm going to be talking about the new Harbinger palette from Game Beauty. Here's what it looks like. Love the artwork as always, and this palette was sent to me in PR from Game Beauty, so thank you so much. And if you're new to Game Beauty, they are a makeup brand that do video game themed eyeshadow palettes, and this is their fourth palette. They first came out with the Adventure palette, then the Fantasy palette, and then most recently the Victory palette. So they have a bunch of different themes. They're not like a specific video game, but they're super fun. The artwork is just absolutely stunning on these, and they're actually the only brand, as far as I know. I've never seen another brand do anything like this, so a really fun and unique concept for a makeup brand. So here's the inside color story, and when I saw this, I was so excited. Personally, this was a very unexpected color story that I would have probably never thought of. I mean, we've got a black, we've got purple, orange, gray, blue, silver, and then we have another one of these kinds of shades that they've done in previous palettes, which is like a shimmer with some really iridescent flecks throughout it. So when you mix them, they kind of mix together and create this beautiful shade. And I do have an affiliate code with Game Beauty. It is Millie10. It has changed. Previously it was Badtothebrow, but it is now Millie10, so that all my codes are nice and simple. Well, they're still kind of confusing because some of them are Millie, but for the most part, all the information will be down in the description box. So let's get into how I created these two looks with this palette. Priming with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer. And actually I already started doing this look, but I used the Hydro Grip primer from Milk Makeup, and I just have such mixed feelings on that eyeshadow primer. I feel like some eyeshadows it works really well with, and then some it just like keeps blending the shadows into the product, into the primer. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just feel like I have to keep building up. And then shadows that I know aren't ever patchy end up looking patchy, and it's just not a good time. So I'm restarting, and I'm going in with Devour, and I'm putting that right into the crease, as well as the outer corner just on the edge. I want this to be a very smoky eye. Going back on with more. This is definitely a lot better. I knew it wasn't the eyeshadow, it was definitely the primer. And just a little bit more. Next I'm picking up Doom, and I'm popping that right into the crease, and we're gonna smoke this purple out. I'm just gonna be slowly blending it. I don't want to lose the purple too much, or whatever you would call that kind of shade. I'm gonna go in with this kind of brush to pack on a bit more. I'm gonna pack it onto the outer corner, and using a small blending brush, and just blending. A little bit more in here and out here, and then going back in with Devour, going in with the Fairney Pixie Epoxy, and I'm just gonna put it almost all over the lid. Picking up some Phantom. Oh wow, okay, that's really pigmented, and I'm gonna use it to do almost like a fake cut crease. And I'm just gonna put it right against where I would want it to be nice and sharp. And then below it, going in with Woad. Taking it all the way across and just blending it into that silver. These two go so nicely together. And then going back in with a little bit more Doom on the outer corner, making sure everything is nice and blended. I love how that looks. Going in with Lumine as my inner corner highlight. This seems very powdery. It's not very like iridescent shiny. Taking Devour under my lower lash line. And then a little bit of Doom. Just smoke it out. Back in with Devour. Put on the Salon Perfect 694 lashes. In the waterline, I have Prance eyeliner from ColourPop. Here's the first finished look. Priming again with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer. I'm going in with Molten on the inner portion of my lid, and I'm slowly blending it into the crease. And then doing the same thing on the outer corner. tapping it on first and then blending the edges. Back in with just a little bit more. Going in the center of my lid with the Fair Pixie Epoxy. I'm just tapping it out a little bit. In the center, I'm going in with Dawn. Ooh, that is such a pretty, looks like it's a duochrome maybe. Very pretty shade. Going in with a little bit more. I think this one would look amazing layered over black eyeshadow. And then just going in with Molten on the outer corners again, just making sure everything is blended. Going in with Molten. Actually, I think I'm gonna go in Herald. I really wanna see what this looks like, so I'm gonna put it along my lower lash line. It seems like it's like a satin type of blue shade. I sprayed my brush and I picked up Lumine, and using that as an inner corner highlight. I put on the Salon Perfect 694 lashes. In the waterline, I have the Juvia's Place Royal Eyeliner. Here's a second finished look. I really enjoy this color story. I feel like when I look at it, I get a bunch of different ideas on looks I want to create. So definitely stay tuned to my TikTok and Instagram for more tutorials with this palette, because I feel like 2 looks is definitely not enough to really dive into this color story. Even though I really like the looks that I came out with, like especially this one, I love this one. I would definitely recreate it because it's so like cool toned and smoky, but it's got like a little bit of a spin on it. So the only 2 shades I did not use is Lament and Abyss. It's got like a brown base to it with a really strong gold sparkle from the flecks in it. I feel like because Lament is such a light gray, I'm not really gonna probably get too much use out of it. I think it would be great to use to blend in with Doom, of course, and Devour as well. Probably not so much to orange, but I almost wish it was just like a little bit more gray and not so pale, but it does pair really well with Phantom, of course, because that is a really beautiful metallic silver. Really love Phantom and Woe on my lid. Just like a really nice metallic shimmer. Doesn't accentuate any skin texture. It looks super smooth. Herald is more of like a satin, so I'm not really going to be gravitating towards this one to use all over the lid per se. I'm probably going to use it a little bit more like a matte, like kind of like how I used it under my lower lash line on this eye. Dawn is so sparkly beautiful. Definitely a topper shade. This shade layered over Doom, I think that needs to be in IG Reels for sure. And then lastly is Lumine, which is a iridescent white shade. It is nice for the inner corner. Under that eyebrow highlight, you could also use it with Doom and Phantom. I think it fits well in this palette. So let me know in the comments below if you plan on picking this palette up. Are you interested in it? Did you already pick it up? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. And that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content uploading my channel and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.